question number 1, is the ability to draw a skill or a talent? Thank you very much for that question. Good question. This particular question, the real answer to this question is a 3-word sentence. We don't know, no one knows, I don't know. That's actually the best answer to that particular question. We really don't know if the ability to draw is a skill or a talent. But then we have to also establish the fact that there are some who, to them, the ability to draw came as a talent, and to others, the ability to them came as a skill. And to some, it's a bit of both. But it doesn't mean that that would be an ultimatum to say the ability to draw is a skill or is extremely a talent or outrightly both. And when we talk about the ability to draw being a talent, we think of it in the likes of those who know how to draw, who realize they could draw without any form of formal training. They didn't necessarily maybe go for art school. Probably at the age of 5, 6, 7, they just realized they could draw and they just picked it up. They're called naturals. And when we think of the ability to draw as a skill, we think of someone who probably doesn't know how to draw at all from their early childhood days, and along the line they found interest in art, in drawing, and they went, watched tutorials, they took classes, and now they're very good at it. And there are some who would actually say it's a bit of both. But then there's nothing that we can actually use to give an ultimatum to say it has to be that the ability to draw is extremely a skill, or it has to be that the ability to draw is extremely a talent, right? There's nothing of that nature that we can use as a yardstick to measure if the ability to draw is either a skill or a talent or even both. But it doesn't mean it doesn't come natural to some, and it doesn't mean some cannot learn, the principles and the basics of how to draw. That can be learned. But if you're looking for a specific answer, if it's outrightly a skill or if it's outrightly a talent, then there's none. But here's one thing that remains constant. Even if the ability to draw is a skill or a talent, one thing that remains constant on both parts is practice. If you acquire the ability to draw as a skill, you have to practice. You really have to practice to, polish that skill. And if it also comes to you as a talent, you still have to practice. So you still you stir up the gift in you, if you will. So the ability to draw, not necessarily would I say is a talent, extremely, and not necessarily would I also say it's a skill. Neither will I say it's a bit of both. So I think it's only going to fall under the 3-word sentence: we don't know, I don't know, no one knows. But until then, next question.